HK Production.
Almighty, this shit's Stewie, boy.
What's up, everybody? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for the Salt Sheet. Salt Sheet, boy. Whew. Let me take another sip of my drink before I get started here, because, boy, that is a terrible way to start. All right, let's try that again, man. Once again, welcome, everybody, to the Salt G Show. I'm your host, Kung Fu Hebrew Salt G. I got a great show planned for y'all tonight, man. A lot of stuff to get through. A lot of different things to get to. But, it's gonna be an interesting night, to say the least, man, because it haven't really been a lot of stuff going on. Well, it's always something going on every week, but y'all know me, man. I'm gonna find some crazy stuff. I'm gonna get some stuff to, make you laugh, man. I want to first start with how do I want to do this tonight? Yeah, I know what I want to do, man. First of all, what I want to do first, man. I know last week we celebrated Father's Day and everything like that, but a day that I think, we got Juneteenth. I think we still got Columbus Day. I mean, we got St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, all these other things. I think we need a day for the stepfathers, man. I think we need a step parents or a stepfather, stepmother's day, man, to represent, or basically it's what you do anyway, because Father's Day was last week. So I feel like Stepfather's Day should be the week after Father's Day, because in the grand tradition of being a stepfather, you come in after the real father anyway. So I think a week after would probably be a decent way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're not appreciated, man. They don't get no love. You know what I mean? They get talked about bad on social media. Man, when they get that NBA acceptance speech, they don't really, show you no love. It's a thankless job, man. So as I was, trying to come up with this stuff, man, let me turn the music off for a second. As I was coming up with some things to do, and I was thinking about how could I show the fathers out there appreciation, the stepfathers, man, the unappreciated, So as I was making this clip, I was, because I thought about multiple times when I've tried to, be a stepfather and things like that. And it's not the easiest job on earth, man. And as I was doing it, this is basically what I came up with. So, some of y'all might remember this song by RL, Case, Tyrese, and I might be forgetting somebody. But I don't even really care if I get a copyright strike, man. I got to let the stepfathers know, man. If ain't nobody else that going to, really show what we go through, if ain't nobody else going to say, we appreciate you, then, remember, allegedly, based on whatever statistics they use, they say 70% of black kids grow up in a home without a father. And when you try to step in to cut into that 70% gap, the women are always very receptive. They're always very loving. The women out here with kids are, first on a lot of men's list, because the women with kids, they always make sure they reciprocate to the man who stepped up where the biological father wouldn't. All the little freaky things that she wouldn't do for nobody else, she does it for you because, hey, you stepped up. You stepped up. So you know what it means. So I want everybody to just, sit back and really try to understand I think it says it's 47 seconds, man. But just for a second, man, a little gratitude and appreciation for what it's like to be a stepfather.
What?
You're not my dad! You also want to hear something? Ugly ass fucking.
There you go. So, if you're ever confused about what it feels like to be a stepfather, it's like repeatedly getting kicked in the nuts while you have a little child tell you they're not your father all day long. So, shout out to all the stepfathers out there, man. But let me go ahead and get into this first segment, man. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, see, look. I already spent so much time worried about the stepfathers. I ain't even introduced myself.
And my man, my brother, Kung Fu Fighting, Kung Fu Hebrew. Ho, 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 ha! Ho, 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 ha! It's the motherfucking remix!
Ho ho ho!
Ha!
Ho ho ho!
Ha!
All right, it's time for big ball energy.
Game over. Big ball energy. I got that big ball energy. Big like a Humvee, thick like an oak tree, wide like the Red Sea, fat like Chris Christie, hairy like a goatee. I got that big ball energy. I got that big ball energy. I got that big ball energy.
All right, man. So let's get into it. I don't have a lot to talk about this week, but there are some things that I did want to speak on. Definitely want to speak on a couple of things this week, but y'all already know where I'm going first, man. NBA Finals is over. Once again, that was over last Monday. So if you watch the show, you know what I called Celtics in 5. Called Jalen Brown MVP. So we was right on time. If you watch the Worst Podcast on Friday, my boy he showed the proof that he put the 18th championship up on Monday before the game started. Even though he didn't put it up before the series started, because I called. You can go back to the first Salty show, which was on a Monday. I gave all of my predictions before the series started, and I was right on time. I didn't need no numbers to do it, but hey, it's all good, man. He gave up on the his other predictions about the white face, the European face of the league, because if you know anything about Jalen Brown, he kind of like me, braids, beard, black as the ace of spades. So doesn't fit that. They want a white man. They want the white face. Doesn't fit that narrative. But hey, shout out to the Boston Celtics. I think they were the best team in basketball all year. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man. I mean, I think y'all deserve it. So now Jason Tatum can go along with his career now. There's probably going to be some sort of drama, or not really drama, but people are now saying, is there problems because Jason Tatum, who is still the best player on the Boston Celtics, anybody who believes that Jalen Brown is better than Jason Tatum just because he won the MVP is insane. That's just like saying Andre Iguodala is better than Steph Curry because Andre Iguodala won the Finals MVP for guarding LeBron James in that series. So shout out to Jason Tatum, man. Like T.O. said, man, you the real MVP. Everybody know what time it is. Next thing I want to talk about is, man, I gotta give a little a talk to the WNBA. I've decided that I'm not really going to talk about the WNBA that much because I just get tired of all the people fake caring in my comment sections like they really, really care about the WNBA. But I do have a correction that I need to make. Last week, I talked about the Las Vegas Aces and my former Bay, Jackie Young, playing like a big poop emoji. But they got Chelsea Gray back, and ever since they got her back, I believe they've won either 3 games straight. And now they playing like some fire, man. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to my ex-Bay, Jackie Young. It's all good, man. The Atlanta Dream, man. I mean, we probably the worst team in the league right now. Best player Ryan Howard. I think she out for the season. Whatever. But I'm not really gonna be talking about the WNBA because I only like to talk about the topics that people like to hear, or that people would be interested. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get in an argument online anyway. But I'm definitely not gonna get in an argument online about women's basketball, because what I really care about when it comes to the WNBA is this. This right here is DD Richards. So I wish I had a clear picture. It looked clearer when I uploaded it. But yeah, I'm just going to be pointing out the attractive women in the WNBA, because that's going to be the only way they're going to get me to watch. You're going to have more women like that can actually hoop. Me watching a bunch of masculine women run around and want to fight each other, it's just not interesting to me. You know what I mean? All the mixed layups and all that. I told you about you want to see a dunk, or do you want to see a layup? If you want to see a whole bunch of layups and a whole bunch of blown layups, then the WNBA is for you. But I ain't even got to go into it. So that's all I'm going to be pointing out for right now. So some of these very attractive women that might be buried on somebody's roster, you might want to put them in the game, because that it might bring the fellas out, because all this other masculine energy that y'all putting on there, that's it. So until y'all let the T's in and the Joanna mans come into the WNBA and start dunking on everybody, yeah, I really don't have too much to talk about. But yeah, that's gonna be it. But what I am gonna start talking about is the Big Three, man. I have done a terrible job of promoting Ice Cube's organization, the Big Three. They travel around America. This is Ice Cube's own league. I had talked about this before. Everybody loves to point out racism in the NFL, the NBA, in most professional sports. And then we get a league ran by a black guy. They was just in Oakland 2 weeks ago, and they had Too Short performing. You understand what I'm saying? It don't get more Oakland than that. It don't get more black than that. But what they're promoting at the top this year, if you look on there, right above the Big Three, you got Jeff Teague and you got Paul Millsap, former NBA players. But if you look all across here, man, you got some legends on here. You got Lisa Leslie, Gary Payton as coaches, Julius Erving, Steven Jackson. You got former players on here like Mario Chalmers, who won some championship for the Miami Heat. You got Michael Beasley. You got I forget my man's name with the he plays on Team Bivouac right there, number 14. Forget his name, but I'm gonna start doing Big Three highlights, Big Three things everywhere to kind of get you acclimated to what's going on there, how the game works, how it goes, everything that's going on with it. So, man, that's pretty much it for Big Ball Energy. Like I said, I don't have a lot of sports stuff to talk about. So let me go ahead and do this, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time to talk about House of the Dragon, which has been a very disappointing season. Let me go ahead and put this up real quick, because it's not like really anything, but spoiler alert. All right, spoiler alert. If you have not seen season 1 of House of the Dragon, or you have not seen season 2, episodes 1 and 2 of the House of the Dragon. So let me just get into it real quick about how I'm feeling about the House of Dragon, man. It's a house of pillow talk right now. That's all we getting right now is a bunch of pillow talk. I'm not saying I need big war scenes. Like, I don't need the big battlefields and dragons burning everybody down or anything like that. However, I'm just saying what you decide to give me is a whole bunch of nothing. And when you get into them extra commentary, you can tell the producers believe they're doing something greater than what they are. And I'm like, nah, you didn't accomplish that. I have some questions. Why do we keep seeing Queen Allison? She has taken more baths on screen than anybody in the show. I don't even know if we've even seen anybody else take a bath on the show. But that's why I go back to, if you saw one of my best clips from last week, I'm trying to figure out, I ain't read. So this is my thing. I read ahead in Game of Thrones, right? So a scene like the Red Wedding was nice to see, but it didn't hit me because I had already read ahead. So I said, okay, well, House of the Dragon, I'm not going to read ahead. I'm not going to get any spoilers. When I'm talking about the show, I'm not talking as nobody's expert. I'm just talking like two people having a conversation about what I see. So when I'm talking about this show, this is all we getting is a bunch of pillow talk. The first episode, you had some Kristen Cole going down on Allison Hightower when the Prince Jaehaerys was getting his head chopped off. Once again, the Queen Allison was getting knocked down by Kristen Cole again. And then it's like, in this episode, I don't know if the producers are trying to make you hate everybody, but there's really nobody to root for. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it's going to end, because I've already did the one breakdown where I showed you which houses exist. The only thing I'm sure of on House of the Dragon is all the black people going to be gone. So, Corliss, they introduced two random black dudes, two black brothers or whatever. The one guy who allegedly, which is hilarious because y'all know what they say about black people and swimming, allegedly he jumped in the ocean and saved the sea snake, right? And his brother came back and he saw the one of these black princesses riding on her dragon, and he looks up in the sky. So it might be some sort of love story that might try to develop between them two. But if she's already promised to the fake son, right, the one by the strong dude, right, who my dog Patches was going in on, then you know they just gonna kill the man if he try to fall in love or he try to do something with it. So we gotta understand Driftmark, everything going on, the House Valyrian, nowhere to be found in Game of Thrones. So the only thing I'm sure of is a lot of these Targaryens about to die, because remember, it was only Daenerys and her brother, and then the whole House Valyrian is about to be wrapped. But in episode 2, all we got was pillow talk. We got pillow talk between Corliss and his wife. We got pillow talk between Patches and the brothel. No Diddy. We didn't get no penis. They almost did. All you had to do was stand up, but pause. Pause. No Diddy. But he pillow talking in the brothel with one of these hoes, because he was with her when the prince was getting his head chopped off. And then the episode ends extremely random after everything that happened. It ends again with Sir Christian Cole and the queen having sex again. It's like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm ready for both of them to be up out of here. I don't know how long they're going to make it in the series. I don't know if either one of them have a major role, but these first 2 episodes have been extremely disappointing because you got to know what's coming. And they show you like these random things. So they showed the one black princess, right? And she's shooting a little crossbow. So that's probably going to be some foreshadowing that she probably going to be on her dragon and she going to shoot somebody. Now, I don't know if she going to shoot Patches, or I don't know who she probably going to end up trying to shoot off her dragon. But apparently she nice with a crossbow. So look for the black princess to shoot somebody important. Maybe the king. Maybe he'll shoot the king with a crossbow. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's House of the Pillow Talk, man. Gotta do better. We need something. Don't mind the talking. That's, you know, like I said, it's just gotta give me something besides the queen taking a bath and her having sex with that same night. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the episode, because once again, if I tell you what else happened in the episode, once again, you don't care about none of these people, so they really feel like it's hitting home, and I'm just watching it like, mean, is y'all going to war or nah? You know what I'm saying? Like, something gotta happen. But it is what it is, man. So that's enough of my House of the Dragon talk. So let me go ahead and get back to the regularly scheduled program here. So let me put this on real quick. Now I gotta go to a show that's actually doing something, man, which is a show that I promote, man. It's the Boys on Amazon. First question, based on the last episode, why doesn't Compound V work for Butcher? If you don't know anything about the show, hold up, I gotta slide over so I don't look like I'm trying to be next to old boy. But why does Compound V not work for Butcher? Right? Because that was my prediction. I said, based on what's going on, he's got to use Compound V to heal himself. We've already seen it used with Huey. We've already seen it used for like its medicinal properties, even though they might get some crazy superpower. But he has some type of parasite inside of him, and I don't know if the parasite killed the dude in the episode or what's going on with that. But they got to explain what that little parasite thing is inside of him. I still don't think he's going to die because it just doesn't make sense. But he already said he attempted to do the V, so I believe this parasite is still going to, I don't know, man. It's got to do something, but Butcher can't die. So they're going to have to explain why the V didn't work for Butcher. But then if you watch the episode, we got to figure out who gave it to Huey's dad because he was brain dead. And then basically at the very end of the episode, oh, my bad, spoiler alert. my bad. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, man. If you have not seen The Boys, man. So we're going to have to figure out why the V isn't working for him. And I think they can't kill him, all right? Next issue from that episode is Frenchie a pedophile? I don't know if you watched the episode, but first of all, you know Frenchie. He's been throwing up the pause flag all season. He's got him a nice little black African-American boyfriend in the show out of nowhere. And allegedly, we come to find out he killed his parents. So out of all the black men that he could possibly choose to date, he decided to choose the one black man whose parents he killed when he was working for the Russian mafia. Now, it ain't really the twist, but if you watch the show, when he killed him, he said like the guy had like some jacked up ankles or something like that, paws, or his feet or something. I guess because he had some high water pants on. I don't know how you can see a guy's ankle, but his boyfriend at the time was under the bed, which is giving me child vibes. So I think they say on Google he's supposed to be 35. So how old were you when you can't hide under the bed no more? They got to work that out. But it's like they done made him, you know, like I said, gay, and he ended up falling for a kid that was hiding under the bed when he killed his whole family. So I don't know if they're trying to say Frenchie is a pedo now, but I don't know. Lastly, man, for the boys, should we feel sorry for Homelander? If you watch the episode, and shout out to the dude that plays Homelander, because I want to say this episode was hard to watch. And the reason why it was hard to watch is because the acting was so good. I mean, you know, like one of those cliches, the tension in the scene was so thick, you could cut through it with a knife. And it's like, this dude need to win an Emmy or something, because like you felt so much dread for a fictional character. You know this ain't real. You know this don't exist, but you like, oh my God. You know, it's like you want to hurry up and get to the next scene because you feel so bad for these people because you know what's coming. And it's just like it drags and it drags, but his acting is so good. It's like you really buy like these people are literally in trouble. So shout out to the dude playing Homelander, but my question is, should we feel sorry? Now, we know he's a homicidal maniac. We know that. We know he kills people. He calls humans his playthings. They're fragile. That's why he keeps killing them. And he has these visions where he just kills a lot of people. But then in this episode, he was basically getting experimented on as a child. You know, they put him in this oven And he said his skin didn't burn off, but he still feels pain. Like, that's the thing. Even though I guess he's somewhat indestructible, he's telling them he still feels pain. And there was a crazy scene where just the part was called where he said, "You remember where you got my nickname Squirt?" And I ain't gonna spoil that scene, but crazy scene, man. I don't know if you was in that situation. I'd be like, bro, you gotta kill me, man. Yeah, I mean, he gonna do it anyway, so you might as well. You know what I'm saying? But man, if y'all get a chance to watch The Boys, man, like I said, really, really good show. So yeah, shout out to The Boys, man. Now I'm gonna switch over to another show that's out right now that I'm watching on Disney Plus, The Acolyte. What was the point of the Wookiee Jedi? What was the point? I mean, when we see him, he's not doing Jedi things. When we first see the Wookiee Jedi, he's just standing there. When we see him later, he's repairing something like most Wookiees do. I don't even know if he get a shot with the lightsaber and he's fighting or anything like that. We don't get anything. And then when he gets a little screen time, we get to watch him cook, which is what everybody have been begging for. Can we please get a scene with a Wookiee and watch him cook? So by the end of the episode, he's already out of there. So I mean, we got nothing. I mean, it would have been nice to see if he put up a fight against whoever he was fighting. It would have been nice to, see a little having a something, man. It would have been nice to get something. But instead, by the time we see him, bruh out of there, and it's like, oh, so we got a little cooking channel. And then next time we see him, he up out of there. Cool. Thanks for putting the Wookiee in the show. All right. One of the biggest questions is, who is May's master? This mysterious dark figure with this random looking mask on, right? And now, see, I know how I already told you how, Disney went ahead and did what Disney do, and they decided to. When I told you the first 2 episodes were good, they decided to do this.
Put a tick in it, make her gay. Put a tick in it and make her name it gay.
So, I was like, I don't know why we going this route, but that's what they decided to do. And I was like, whatever, I'm 2 episodes in, I guess I'll stay. But the biggest one is, who is May's master? And the main thing is, you got to understand the politics and the manipulation in this time about pronoun. Everybody's saying him, he, him. So I believe they're going to try the pronoun game. Okay. Now, when I look online, they say that this dude right here, okay, that's supposed to be, I guess, a man, right? This dude right here is, let me see, this guy, who I believe is somebody named Darth Plagueis or something like that. No idea who it is. I don't think it's going to be him. I think a lot of people are hoping it's this guy, Darth Maul. For some reason, I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's even around during this time, but a lot of people are hoping it's this guy. But if you're going to ask me who it is, based on the GT part that they brought in, based on them having creation with 2 women and then removing the father out of it, like Ebony K. Williams, you understand what I'm saying? I believe it's got to be one of these. It's one or the other. And I would even say it looks like the lady with the horns has a bigger chest than the black lady. So if I go back to this picture, I don't really see no tatas. So if you gotta ask me who my vote, I'm gonna say it's Anastasia. She didn't die in the fire in the 3rd episode. She's gonna be the master, but because somehow she's gonna have male pronouns. That's what I'm guessing. I think it's gonna be stupid. So yeah, that's gonna be my my thing. So that's all I got on the Acolyte. Something random I saw, and I think this is something that might be trying to get pushed, but I don't know if y'all have seen this on the internet, But allegedly, some people are trying to say that, well, I'll just let the picture speak for itself. But I just want y'all to assume what certain people on the internet could possibly be saying about Babe Ruth, because allegedly there's a color picture that emerged of Babe Ruth. So yeah, allegedly that is Babe Ruth. Okay, so I'll let your imagination run wild as to what is being said about the Big Bambino, whatever his little nickname was. I don't know. But one more time. So if you look at the picture, this picture is going around the internet, I guess, to say Babe Ruth is black. And I'm like, this is why I hate the internet and love it at the same time, because it's like, number one, y'all got to remember at this time, or during this time, we had Italians coming over here who are relatively dark at this time. So I'm just sincere, they're relatively considered, like, I guess, a darker form of European, kind of like the Greeks, right? But to say you now online Babe Ruth is black, I think that's insane. But you know, I mean, I told you, man, you know, that's why I did the show called Undeniable Evidence. Black people, man, we got to quit trying to claim everybody. Like, just let it go, man. But and I'm supposed to believe this picture is real too, because y'all done seen what I can do with AI. But I guess he was mulatto, or he was a Negro, or I don't know. Let me keep going. The Brother's Son, man, I'm giving it 4 dragons out of 4. Man, great series on Netflix, man. It gave me the action with the kung fu. It gave me a nice family dynamic about one brother who was raised with his mama in America, the other brother who was raised with his father, the head of this triad gang. And, you know, he was killing people all his young life. He was being trained to be this assassin. And then you kind of got the corny brother. And then they kind of come together for about 8 episodes of some really good content, man. No GT behavior at all, man. So shout out to y'all, man. No GT behavior. It's kind of violent. There's no nudity. There's no sex. There's a lot of violence, though. The language, yeah, I don't really think there's a lot of language, because a lot of times they be talking in Chinese or Mandarin. But The Brother's Son, man, an enjoyable watch for me, because these days it's hard to find a show from beginning to end that I can say I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. Michelle Yeoh plays the mother in this, and she's I always say she's the lady from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So if y'all know who Michelle Yeoh is, or she's the one in that, what was it? She got an Academy Award for, is it Everything? Was it Everything Always at the Same Time? Or y'all know which movie I'm talking about, where she was, yeah, that movie. So Michelle Yeoh's in it. She played the mother. While I'm giving this movie praise, this series praise, I'm gonna go ahead and save you a couple of hours. Pray. They put Ryan Felipe, I don't know how you say his name, and Emil Hirsch on here as if this was going to make it do. But if you look at this poster right there, this is supposed to be a regular base model African lion. I don't know who played around and made it a saber-toothed lion, but this takes place in Africa right now in 2024. But I guess they thought if they made the lion's teeth longer, that would help the movie out. The lions, they barely showed them. Just a horrible, terrible movie about just some stuff that I really, really hate. But it's white people going to Africa trying to in quotation marks help, and it don't ever seem to turn out that way. You know what I mean? I'm just like, at this point, Africans need to help Africans, and white people just need to just stay in America and figure it out. And hey, go help out the poor white people that's in the trailer park, man. Don't go all the way to Africa. Go help out the poor white people. Why you got to go to Africa? Like, nah, let them figure it out, because that was one part of the movie I extra hated, if that's even a term. But yeah, man. So that's it. Now it's time to go to Come and Talk to Me, where if you're out there in social media and you watch the show and you say something, that catches my attention, because I go through the comments now because it's interesting, right? Because I got it's comment. I was like, hey, look, like they say, you take lemons and you turn it into lemonade, right? So even the negativity, sometimes y'all try to hurt my feelings. Y'all try to correct the way I talk, but hey, just gonna flip it and turn it into content, man. So let's go to Come and Talk to Me. All right, man. So let's get into some of these comments, man. So let me say, yeah, I wanna make it a little bit more like this. So let's go ahead and get that plan. That's what I want to be playing. So let's get into Come and Talk to Me. So let's get to this first comment of the week. Not one Hebrew anything in the entire video. And this is by JC-CZ1YM. I guess he was talking about my name. Calling myself the Kung Fu Hebrew. He said, not one Hebrew anything in there. So, yeah.
Oh, hell no!
I know you better get out of my face! Out of my face! Out of my face!
All right. So, Mr. JC, like I said, and I'm not the type, that like to block people or like say, hey, you can't come over here. Because I mean, hey, in the chat right now, they can be saying any crazy thing. I don't have no moderators, right? Don't have enough people watching to need moderators, right? So I believe in freedom of speech. And you should be able to say anything you want. And hey, you don't believe there's anything Hebrew on the screen, that just shows that you don't read. So it's all good. No problem. No issues. But shout out to you, JC, because guess what? I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate you hitting that button. And I appreciate you watching the short, because guess what? You just put money in my pocket. So I appreciate you. Keep commenting. Keep saying the same thing. There's no Hebrew. And just go to all my videos and talk about all the non-Hebrew stuff in every single one of my videos. How about we do that, Jay? We appreciate you. All right, let's go. Next one. These dudes are clowns. How you take a perfect moment in time with two brothers sharing knowledge and building, turn them against each other for your own clout chasing moment. R.I.P. Kimbo, a true legend. Big up Michael J. Watt. So, the most controversial video of the week was me saying that I believe, because I'm a martial artist, that Michael J. White, who is an extremely, he's not just an actor, he's an extremely well-traveled, well-respected martial artist, been doing this probably for over almost 40, 50 years now. He's not just a guy that you see on TV. Like, people laugh at Steven Seagal, but Steven Seagal is a well-respected martial artist as well. Like, it's not a joke, but am I saying that Steven Seagal could win UFC? Probably not, because what I say, UFC is a sport. I've taken multiple martial arts, and things like judo is a sport, but the stuff that I know, the stuff that I take is not a sport. It's built for self-defense, which means I shouldn't be limited in where I can hit you. If I'm in UFC, I should be able to, like I said, you saw that first video where I had the guys was getting hit in the nuts. Like, unless they using a iron penis technique, right? I should be able to kick you in the nuts. Like, that is a sensitive area. I should be able to hit you in the eyes. That is a sensitive area. But in UFC, that's illegal. So it's like you're going to minimize what I can do. That's why I say it's a sport. And because it's a sport, some people might not believe it. But I said, if you got time, you can Google Kimbo Slice and Michael J. White. And if you watch that video, it proves that He couldn't even stop a slow punch from Michael Jai White because Michael Jai White is a very effective striker. And if you go back and you watch Kimbo Slice's losses, right, he's not good against kicks. And that's what Michael Jai White does best, is kick. So when he said we took this moment in time, like, what are you talking about? We didn't take no moment in time. It was a random comment that he could have said any fighter. Michael Jai White, could he beat Kimbo Slice? That's what he decided to pull out, right? But by creating some dissension between two brothers, I don't really know what you're talking about, because what type of dissension could we possibly be trying to create? So
I think I can smell shite.
next comment. Bet Kimbo would beat the out of this guy saying Kimbo didn't have the skill and Jai White couldn't beat Kimbo up. If Jai White was a good real fighter, he'd fight for a living. Jai White would have to be in C-level martial arts organization. He'd be eaten alive in the UFC, period. Well, sir, completely disagree with you. I don't know if you know this, but there's no way, and it's no disrespect. It's with all due respect. There is no way Kimbo Slice could beat me up. There's no way. Unless some of you fantasy people believe in the Walking Dead and zombie apocalypse and zombie Kimbo Slice is going to resurrect himself to fight me, sir. I win by default. So if you want to say, oh, when he was alive, I would just say I would hope so. Because if you're a street fighter, I don't know if you've been to prison, all the other things about the Kimbo Slice legend, right? If that's what you do for a living, I really would hope that you could just beat somebody who practices martial arts for fun and makes YouTube videos. Because if he couldn't, that's the problem. But based on some of his fights, I don't even think he could have beat me when he was alive. I'm sorry. He couldn't. Because he doesn't kick. And people who can kick decent gave him problems. So go back and watch Kimbo Slice's losses. He's terrible against kicks. And then he had no, as my dog Cameron say, stamina. So if he don't knock you out in the first round, all you got to do is survive. Just don't get knocked out in the first round. He threw. But like I said, no disrespect to Kimbo Slice, but Kimbo Slice ain't touching me. I'm sorry. You see this right here? I'm good. So I disagree with you. And the last comment, he will knock you out. Once again, I don't know why all these people love in the comments saying Kimbo Slice would knock me out when he's no longer amongst us. It would be like somebody saying Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee would not. No, he wouldn't. Bruce Lee ain't around no more. So everybody that y'all are naming ain't touching me because I'm still breathing. So, yeah, man. Shout out to all the great comments that people like to say. Them saying that, hey, he could beat up a YouTuber when he fought for a living. Congratulations, man. That is some deep thought. But right now, man, I want to go to some of the best stuff I saw on the internet this week, man. You know, what do I got for you? First of all, I would like to start out a little wholesome, man. And this is one of the cutest things that I saw on the internet, man. And every time I see it, I can't help but smile. So hopefully it'll make you laugh and smile, because I don't know what it is about little kids when they're not necessarily cursing. I don't like the little kids that be cursing. But when little kids kind of say things that are not necessarily inappropriate, but it's a little bit too adult for them, I don't know, it works for me. But I want y'all to check out this clip.
Okay. So Scarlett, what are you going to get at Tacho's for your birthday? A what?
A margarita.
So she said, what are you going to get your auntie for her birthday? And she said a margarita. Not sure how she knew what a margarita was, but, you know, man, hilarious to me. So let me turn this up real quick, because for this next clip, let me just go ahead and give you a little preface. You know, I don't know how to say it, but there will be some language in this next video clip that I'm about to show. It is what it is. I had thought about editing it and bleeping it out, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I just didn't feel like doing it. So you can hit the mute button right now if you have kids around or whatever. It'll still get the same effect. But a lot of people have been talking about this Chris Brown 11/11 tour, these pictures that are floating around the internet, calling, you know, some have broken up relationships and things like that, calling certain men insecure and things like that. But my question is, ladies, how would you have reacted in this scenario?
Baby, it's me. It's me. Stop playing too long. Bitch, who the fuck is you? It's me, babe. Are you fucking serious right now? Oh, what the hell? Babe, what are you doing? Are you fucking serious right now?
Go home.
What was that?
What you doing here? So
What?
early? Why are you so?
No. What was that? I heard you talking.
I put my clothes in there.
So you're talking to yourself?
I put my jacket in there. What are you doing so fast?
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Why you need a seat? Say hello.
Man, so yeah, ladies, I don't know how you would react if you saw like, you know, that or whatnot. Do you think those reactions were justified? Do you think that's how you would react? Luckily, you know, I mean, I guess it wouldn't have been funny, but luckily ain't nobody pulled no pistol out or nothing like that, because that could have went extremely bad. But you know, shout out to everybody checking in right now. We talked a little bit on the show about, and I talked about, you know, it is election season, right? And you know, everybody talked about, you know, Donald Trump being convicted of the, I believe, 34 counts of whatever he was convicted of, right? So he claimed before, while he was going through the trial, that this was helping him out in the black community. And apparently the best of the black community, right, are now supporting Donald Trump. Like, this great member of not only the black community, but the T's.
Donald Trump. He don't deserve to be in jail. He deserves to make it right for the USA, for the black American and the white American citizens. He have my opinion. I would say, free Donald Trump. I don't care what nobody said. Free him. Okay? Free that boy Donald Trump. The reason why I say free that boy Donald Trump. The reason why I say that, and the reason why I'm going to say that, is because when that COVID came, he was the one that helped.
So he's getting these, you know, very feminine T women to support him. You know, don't let anybody tell you a beard is masculine. You know what I'm saying?
Trump.
Just because she don't want to shave that little bit that she got, don't be no hateful person. and try to say like, oh, you need to shave that beard or whatever the case may be, because that's hate speech. And we don't allow that on the Saul G Show. You know what I mean? We believe in equality for everybody, and everybody gonna get these jokes on this show. So I don't care who you are. I don't care what community you so-called belong to. You gonna get these jokes on this show. So at this time, man, it is time to go to the final word.
And I am looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavassier, which means that we are just about out of time. But before I go, I'd like to leave you with just one more thought.
So, if you tuned in early to the show, I thought I had something on here, but I guess I don't. But if you tuned in early to the show, I was talking about the stepfathers and about what it's like to be a stepfather. And even though I jokingly spoke about it, had the video of the the Asian monks using all sorts of things to hit themselves in the nuts with. At the end of the day, right? Even when I talk about being a stepfather, even if I would not even want to be upset about it, right? The same way I put up the meme last week when it was Father's Day, and this is one of the days where a lot of women like to go in on their child's father and things like that. Me being a stepfather, I'm all about accountability, right? So it's not like I didn't know the children existed before I got married. It's not like I didn't know the children didn't exist before I decided to date her. There were plenty of people without children that I could decide to either not date, not marry, not waste my time on. So at the end of the day, I can complain about being a stepfather all day, but in the same fairness, right? That I said, hey, you got them fingers pointing at you, right? Because when I said, hey, who picked your baby father? You did. So at the same time, who picked the woman with the kids? I did. So a lot of times we can sit back and complain about our situations. We can sit back and complain about the people that we deal with. We can sit back and complain about whatever situation, scenario, whatever the case may be, your job, you not having no money, type of car you drive, where you live, anything. You chose to live there. You chose to go into that profession. You chose to fill out that application. You chose to go onto that dating app. You chose to swipe right, swipe left. You chose to pay for that paid account. You chose to get down on one knee and propose to that woman and put a ring on her finger. You made every single decision that has led you to where you are right now. So at the end of the day, we have to begin to take more accountability, because can't blame the devil, can't blame the white man, can't blame the U.S. government for our own personal decisions. And sometimes the results suck. I get it. But at the end of the day, we all, at some point in time in our life, are going to make decisions that are just going to affect different things. So we have to be accountable for even our bad decisions, because you can't always just put on the other person, because at the end of the day, nobody put a gun to your head and forced you to be around that person or whatever it could possibly be. We all make decisions at some point in time, man. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who's been watching the show. Shout out to Gertrude tuning in, saying she's enjoying the show. Yeah, man. Once again, y'all know what time it is, man. Is every Monday I'm going to be here. I should be getting back into my mobile studio here by the end of the week. So I might start doing multiple shows. I might start doing a Monday and a Wednesday show just to get y'all some more content. I don't mind talking. Like I said, ain't nobody out here but this dog. Really, I can talk to most of the time anyway, and he don't really say nothing. But just in case y'all were confused, all the haters in my comment section, I love y'all. I appreciate it. Keep commenting, keep hitting that like button, keep clicking on those shorts that you disagree with. I appreciate it, because love don't really get you nowhere, but hate will definitely propel you. Yeah, people hate watch. So even if you hate watching right now, I appreciate your hate watch because you're getting my watch time hours up and I'm getting paid for it. So shout out to you. But just in case, you know, you were ever confused, to all the haters in my comment section, this is what I got to say to y'all.
You ain't got no bitches. Who don't got no bitches? He said I don't. I could press that nigga like, hey nigga, I do got more bitches than you with your ugly ass.
And that's gonna be the truth at the end of the day. So if you didn't know, I've been the Kung Fu Hebrew Saul G. This has been the Saul G Show, and I'll see y'all all next week.
Armani, this shit's Stewie, boy.
LTL.